I am ready to rock. Oh, Jesus. So actually, before I'm ready to rock, I will tell you, I'm going to be going to the dermatologist soon. And we're going to be having to take care of these little molesies. I'm not taking them off because I do love them. I feel like they frame my face very well.
Yeah.
But they definitely need to get checked out because when you have a lot of moles, you got to go to a dermatologist.
You have to check them.
Yeah, check them. So that's what I'm going to be doing in a little while. So, I mean, maybe there will be...
Especially since you're pale.
Exactly. Maybe soon enough in videos you'll start seeing me with patches on my face and you'll know why. It's because I had to do some work.
We have to get a little work done.
You gotta get a little work done. None of it of being Botox. I am not a Botox girly. Not to...
All of this is for our health.
Yeah, not to judge
our vanity.
Our Botox girlies out there. You do you, but me, that's not me. Also, I don't like needles. Anywho, Sarah.
That's true. Welcome to Story Sirens, the podcast where we deep dive into our favorite myths and legends from around the world and beyond. Ooh. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Yenny. And Sarah, it is so good to have you back with us. Have I mentioned how much I hate recording without you?
The feeling is mutual because I did not enjoy recording Lizzie Borden without you either, although I was very excited for you to edit that episode since, I got to kind of surprise you with it. But let's promise never to do that again. I'd like to promise that, but I have a sneaking suspicion that sometimes we might have to.
Yeah, it's true.
Can we promise to make it as infrequent of an occurrence as possible?
We can definitely promise that. Maybe every 15, 20 episodes you might get one of us. Maybe. But we're going to try really hard. We're going to try really hard. Now, before we begin today's episode, if you want to hear more of us through bonus content as well as early access to episodes, become a Siren Seeker.
You can subscribe via Apple Podcast or through our Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/storysirens. Now, everyone, Yenny has been wanting to do this particular episode ever since we started this podcast. And who am I to hold back on her dreams?
Yes.
Yenny, the floor is yours.
Yeah! And while it's taking us a while to get to this topic, a whole 3 seasons, mind you, what better time to discuss aliens than during this crazy period, right?
I mean, this would be the cherry on top of our current world problems. So, yes, tell us, because we're not inundated with enough chaos as is.
We like to be chaos creators, so I feel like this is exactly where we're meant to be.
At least our chaos is the friendly sort.
That's true. That's true. We don't scare you. Now, since we are a podcast of myths and legends, the alien topic was going to come out at some point. Now, we won't be going into Area 51 or anything.
We leave that to the true-blooded conspiracy theory podcasts. Yeah.
We can definitely talk about legends from various places that kinda, sorta, sound like they're speaking of otherworldly creatures.
Ooh. Various cities, towns, and villages around the world have their own share of fallen angels, a.k.a. unidentified flying objects, a.k.a. UFOs, as we're more used to saying.
But what if there was a town that had so many recorded sightings that they decided to make it an actual holiday?
Or better yet, a family fun day kind of holiday.
Yeah. If you haven't figured it out, we'll be discussing the small town of Fyffe, Alabama, where Fyffe's UFO Day celebration happens every year in the best month of the year, August.
This episode was made for you,
It was
Yenny.
made for Leo.
None of this is a joke, listeners.
This is real.
So, how did all of this begin, Yenny?
Well, before we go into alien sightings, let's learn a bit of town history, okay? Because I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
Absolutely. Context.
Context. It means everything. So, the town of Fyffe is located in DeKalb County, Alabama, and was incorporated back in 1956. And apparently nobody knows why the town is called Fyffe. But what we do know...
We don't have any sort of history as to the namesake?
No. Well, the only thing that we do know is that the post office suggested that name in the early 1900s. So Fyffe had already kind of been there, but it did get incorporated in 1956. So legally it was Fyffe afterwards.
Okay. Well, and not to totally tangent too much just yet, but I will say mysterious town names do abound here in the United States, because I know my hometown, there are like 3 different legends of how my hometown got its name.
Oh.
My favorite being it was named after the most beautiful woman in the town.
Aww.
But on the flip side, the town of Chicken, Alaska is only called Chicken because nobody knew how to spell ptarmigan.
Stop.
I know, because there were so many ptarmigan, which are a type of bird, in that area. They're like, oh, well, let's name the town Ptarmigan. And then they all paused and they went, how do we spell it? Because it starts with a P, like pterodactyl.
Oh,
so they named it Chicken.
That reminds me of the little girl in the vine that goes, look at all those chickens. And so this is exactly what that is. I want to now go to Chicken, Alaska.
I love it. They have a music festival every summer there called Chicken Stock. I've been to it. It's delightful. It's a bluegrass festival. And, like, just so you know, this town has a population of, like, 65 during the summer, 40 during the winter. But then during Chicken Stock, like, it blows up to, 500 people for this music festival.
I love that 500 is a blow up.
Listen,
for
65. A town of 60 people.
There's actually towns that are, like, they live in a building. Is that one of the towns that lives in a building? Like, the whole...
No, they don't live in a town, but they don't live in a building, but there are towns like that specifically in Alaska as well.
Yeah.
But no, this is like, it's a post office, a general store, and like residences. Oh,
that's so cute.
It's a cool area. It's a cool area. It's like an old gold mining settlement and everything. But enough of Chicken, Alaska. Let's go back to
Fyffe.
The mysterious town of Fyffe, Alabama.
Now, just like Alaska and its coolness. Fyffe sits atop of a place called Sand Mountain, which is actually the biggest plateau in the Appalachian Mountains chain. So, very big.
Okay, cool.
Very big. Per their town website, which is very cute, they've got 1 high school, 1 police department, and 1 fire department. And
I love small towns.
There's currently, I believe the last census that was done had about 1,250 people living there. Now, I was researching and trying to see, like, what's, like, the highest number of people they've ever had, and they've never reached over 2,000. I don't think they've even reached 2,000 people. So definitely more than Chicken, Alaska, but still tiny.
Small town.
Everybody knows everybody, I'm sure about it. Now, it's a small town with what seems to be lovely people. It's very cute. Their website is very nice. They have like a little Instagram because they're really big on their high school. But there's
Go sports.
Also a lot of recorded alien sightings.
Are these aliens just like vacationing in small towns?
I mean,
like,
it is
what's happening?
The biggest plateau in the Appalachian mountain chain.
Okay, I just had the cutest mental picture of like an alien spaceship
with family
road tripping
with
a family, and they have their checklist of like, oh well, we're gonna see this and we're gonna see this, and oh, isn't this adorable? Are we there yet? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a show out there somewhere that has made fun of that, but it's so true. Like, I feel like if you're talking about Sand Mountain, they're probably saying, where's all the sand in Sand Mountain?
Oh, it's so cute. I love
it.
Okay, keep going. Keep going.
On the nights of February 11th and 12th of 1989, more than 50 residents began to call the police, saying that they were seeing UFOs in the sky. The first call came from a woman who reported a strange object that she'd been watching in the sky for 45 minutes. And I was like, what are you doing? But then again, in 1989, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you're just like,
well, also, if it's like something weird in the sky, I mean, we're all curious.
Yeah.
We're kind of going, what?
But for 45 minutes, baby? Come on now. Now, after she sent that, after she called in, they started getting more calls, right? What struck odd to the department was that all of the sightings had pretty much the exact same story and description.
Which was a disc hovering at an angle with bright lights at the top and bottom and an even brighter light in the middle. Weird. Okay, this is cool.
Reports of this came from past Fyffe's town limits too. So it wasn't just residents in that little small town that were seeing it. one call from a man living in the town of Lickskillet came in. Sorry.
That's a great town name.
Lickskillet?
I love small town names. I will never get tired of them.
Now,
they are the best thing ever.
Now, this is what he said. This is what he called in and said.
This thing is over my cattle out here and making them go wild, and I'm about to go out and shoot at it. That is the correct response,
That is the
sir.
correct response. And not only that, but he also had to mention to the cops that his wife was hysterical over this. I would be too.
I would be. I mean, this thing is harassing the cattle.
Not the cows.
Like, yeah, they are very gentle creatures, okay? And when they're in distress, like, it's upsetting, okay?
And I do believe during this time, too, there was a lot of say about cow mutilation happening. So there was a lot of things going on.
That was not a word I expected to hear in this episode, Yenny. I am now distressed.
Yeah,
along with the cattle.
Alabama has alien sightings and cow mutilations. This is what's happening.
Leave the cattle alone.
Leave the cows alone.
Don't even tip them, okay?
Leave the cows alone. The poor babies.
Poor babies.
Now, when similar calls began coming into neighboring towns like Lickskillet, law enforcement officers decided something needs to be done because
obviously
there's no way that this could be a prank. There is no way that you can have everybody from different neighboring towns, even if like the city got together and it was just like the kids pranking, there was no way. It was all different ages calling in saying something is going on.
Right.
Chief Garmany and Assistant Chief Works met other officers between the towns of Crossville and Collinsville in a place called Dawson. And there, they all watched as a blimp-like, triangular-shaped craft went across the valley until it disappeared from sight.
What?
And now you have multiple law enforcement. Not just townspeople, law enforcement also saw it. What's even crazier? Apparently, Chief Garmany and Assistant Chief Works saw the UFO not once, but twice. Once with all the officers, and then another time when they're coming back to Fyffe from Dawson. Now, as they were driving back home, they receive a call from an officer in Crossville who's saying, "Bruh, the object is flying right above me at a low altitude and it's going your way." The two do something that only men would do, which is pull over and get out of the car.
Okay, no. That is a wrong move. That is like horror movie 101 do not do, aside from don't go down into the basement.
Yeah, don't go to the basement. Don't get out of your car. Like, just drive. Go home.
Yeah, just keep going.
Or not even. If you're being followed, don't go home. Go everywhere else but home. You know?
Go back to the police station.
Yeah, back to the police station. Now, before long, they're out of the car. The UFO comes into view. Except, now it's flying towards the two of them.
Oh, no.
In an interview with Assistant Chief Works, he recalled that day, stating,
"It was big, wide, and appeared to be a wide triangular shape. We kept waiting to hear the sound. We kept looking at each other and saying, 'Where's the sound?' We never heard anything." It was silent?
Yeah, it was silent. So it's this big thing, super silent. They don't know where it's coming from, what it is. And Chief Garmany was also interviewed, and he said, "What I saw the first time was like nothing I ever saw before. It was not a helicopter. It was not a plane. It was not Superman." He did not say that. "Not a sound," is what he said.
Wow.
Later reports state that the two, as well as the residents of the town, described the flying object as being bigger than a jumbo jet and looking to appear metallic with a green outline. Additionally, Assistant Chief Works said it had a speed of well over 300 miles per hour and was around 2,000 to 3,000 feet wide, which I'm like, how do you know how much feet that is?
I was going to say that is
like
a very,
specific.
very large number to just sort of guesstimate with the naked eye.
Yeah. And, you know,
but what do I know?
They're saying it's bulky, it's metallic, it's big. Why is there
silent.
No noise, right? Now, speaking of noise, all the noise of these reports started getting the media's attention. I mean, think about it.
Excellent segue, by the way.
I know, right? I'm so good. You have multiple different towns saying the same exact thing. There were so many calls coming in that it was just insane.
Yeah.
Now, over 100 news stations began covering the incident, and well over 4,000 people came to that small town of Fyffe in hopes to witness some strange activity in the sky. Mind you,
that town is blowing up.
Yeah, mind you, we said that the town barely reaches 2,000 people.
Holy smokes.
Story of Fyffe's encounters spread like wildfire, and many tried to ridicule the town's sightings. Specifically, after someone said that the object looks like a flying banana.
Okay, now we're just ruining the town's credibility.
You know, and they even made a shirt of a flying banana and called it Fyffe's.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
oh my gosh.
There was also a story going around that Chief Garman and Assistant Chief Works had seen actual aliens, and not just any kind of aliens, the little green guys. Now, Assistant Chief Works would deny this, stating,
"Myself and Junior, neither one never mentioned little green men and flying saucers. A lot of the reporters, for whatever reason, wanted to conjure up little green men and flying saucers. We had a lot of fun made of us. I know the people of Fyffe were embarrassed about some of it." Aw, they're just reporting what they saw, and then their words are being twisted.
And we have to remember it's a small town, and the first thing everybody thinks of a small town is that, they're not that smart, they don't have a lot of things going for them.
Which is so unfair.
Yeah.
This is so
very
unfair. And the media wants to make it so salacious so that they can get views.
Of course. Now, all of that didn't stop the town from deciding to make it a tourist attraction,
Hey, listen, tourist dollars are great.
Hey, money, right? Money.
Fyffe is now the UFO capital of Alabama. And what I'm sure is an unforgettable and possibly traumatic event for some residents, the town's UFO sightings have now become a celebratory event.
Yep, that's right. Every year in August, residents alongside people from around the country and even the world visit Fyffe, having the small town go from only having 2,000 people to reaching up to 5,000. The annual UFO Day Festival is actually not what you think it is.
Unidentified flying object? Psh, nope. It's short for Unforgettable Family Outing Day. Live music, arts and crafts, and even hot air balloon rides, which are often the only flying objects in the sky that the town will accept.
There you go.
You know what? Way to take a weird event and put your own spin on it.
Right?
Sort of adjust it for how you want it.
Right? I mean, heck.
I support this.
I support it too. What's crazier is that Fyffe isn't the only place in Alabama to have UFO sightings. Alabama is ranked 15th for UFO sightings in the U.S.
But fear not. In 2025, Alabama was also ranked 3rd in least likely to be abducted by aliens.
There you go.
So, you might see something, but you're not going to be picked up by the aliens. Most likely.
Probably.
I cannot guarantee this.
Yeah, we can't. We can't guarantee this at all. We here at Story Sirens tell you if you see a flying object, go the other damn way.
Do not pull over and
get
get out of
the car. Do not pull over and get out of the car. Out of everything that you could do, that would be the last thing you do, okay?
Yeah, please don't do that.
Now, residents in Fyffe still believe that those 50-something residents in 1989, both inside and outside of the town limits, did in fact see a UFO. And the story of it has lasted well over 40-odd years. The town is proud of this incident, as well as their high school team's continuous championships, might I add. And you can visit any time of the year in hopes to catch something otherworldly flying over the sky.
Ooh, I love this. Now, how about we jump into our modern media?
Yes.
Join the Facebook page to keep track of everything going on for this year's 21st annual UFO Day celebration, scheduled for Saturday, August 22nd. The link is in the bio if you and your family are looking for something unforgettable to enjoy.
Yes, it's super cute. I was totally stalking their Facebook page. I was like, this is the cutest thing ever. Now,
I love that.
Like I said, Fyffe is known for their great football and cheerleading teams.
Go Sports!
Yes, go Sports. Per their own website, Fyffe High School's Red Devils were back-to-back champions from 2018 to 2023 in football. And I believe the cheerleaders have been back-to-back from 2012, I think it is, 2013 to 2023.
Congratulations, Fyffe.
Now,
that's awesome.
I don't know if it's just that the website stopped posting championships after 2023. But
somebody probably needs to go in and update it.
Someone might need to update it. If you are from Fyffe, Alabama, and you were in high school recently and you are champions, please let us know. But your website says 2023 and that's it. So, but you're still
let
champions.
Let us know if it needs updating.
If you're not, don't worry. You're champions in our hearts. That's how it is.
And would this be an extraterrestrial episode if we didn't at least mention the X-Files in our modern media? While not directly Fyffe related, and they don't even have really a specific Fyffe episode as far as I know, it is in line with the theme of today's episode. Mm-hmm. And who doesn't love a monster or alien of the week kind of mystery?
Very true.
Say it with me, everyone. I want to believe.
I want to believe, but never see it.
Right.
Sarah, actually, have you ever seen a UFO?
I've seen the Marfa Lights, if that counts.
What is that?
So Marfa is a town in Texas, in the southern portion of Texas, and there are regular mysterious lights that you can see hovering and winking on the horizon out on the, I believe it's the Mitchell Plains.
I know.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And if you're not interested in the Marfa lights, go on to Marfa and just go to the observatory where you can look at the planets and see some really cool star parties. The observatory is outstanding. But yeah, there are some mysterious lights out in Marfa.
No thanks.
A little unexplained.
I haven't seen any. My dad did. My dad states that he saw from our backyard something zoom in and zoom right back out.
Right.
And I was like, no thanks. Now, I'm not interested in ever seeing one ever, but I do love Star Trek. So maybe someday it'd be cool to have an alien friend.
It would be. It would be.
Or I would love for my kid to be a part of the Galactic Federation and be a pilot traveling the world. I'll be like, you did it, honey. Yay.
We can either invite your alien friend or your grandchild to the podcast because we're still going to be going strong at that point. And maybe we'd get some myths and legends from their planet that'll keep our podcast going intergenerationally.
Oh, snap. I like that. Okay, Sarah.
Also, now I have to know. Which Star Trek series is your favorite?
So here is the thing. I love Star Trek with the new guy, Chris Pine.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Those movies are fantastic.
He got me into Star Trek, and then I watched every single movie because he is amazing. And also, I do love The Orville by Seth MacFarlane, which kind of makes...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
It kind of makes a little fun, but it's
a spoof.
Very well written. It was very, very
love
good.
that.
I really liked it.
Good.
So I do love space stuff. I do want to watch older Star Trek. I should. But who's got time for that when I got a podcast that I gotta do stuff for every week? So
that's true. Well, and I will go ahead and admit, Star Trek Voyager is one of my comfort series.
Then I will.
I love Captain Janeway.
Ooh.
She's so good.
Ooh.
She's so good.
I like that.
All right, time for our siren call.
Yes.
Join our public Discord, link in the show notes, and tell us about any UFO sightings or encounters that you've experienced.
And hey, don't have Discord? What even is that, right? No problem. Leave us a comment below.
We're all ears, and we do want to know more.
Yes, I want to believe.
And of course, as we wrap things up, we do want to say thank you to our subscribers and our supporters, Eric Tomlinson, Lily Crank, TL Stevens, and all the rest of you who chose to stay anonymous for this episode. So we respect your anonymity, but we also thank you for your support.
Yes.
So friends, thank you for joining us on this episode. And keep your eyes open for anything mysterious.
And stay in your car.
Stay in your car. Stay in the car.
Stay in the car. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Story Sirens. You can follow us on Instagram at Story Sirens Podcast. Want to support us? Send us a cup of Ko-fi by searching ko-fi.com/storysirens. We've got lots of treats for those who become siren seekers. All research materials can be found in the episode summary. Music by Donald Guzzi and artwork by Alexis Torres. Story Sirens is a Feather and Fin production. See you soon.